This video is powered by the pros at Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. Arkansas owned, Arkansas operated. GoPascal.com.
Eric, you guys, I guess, cut it to 2 there, and crowds into it, and then they hit like 3 threes in 50 seconds. You know, those big freshmen, you don't necessarily expect it. What'd you think of that, and how impressive was that they were able to do that? And it wasn't obviously a good stretch for you guys.
Yeah, I thought Brandon Miller was phenomenal in the second half. I thought the first half we did a great job of executing a defensive game plan. We went under twice on him, and he hit 2 big threes. I mean, that's what you need great players to do that are on your roster. And he stepped up when the game was in the balance. It's a team that's playing with great confidence. They're 4th in the country. They won at Houston. I can't recall a home game that I've ever coached in that an opposing team had 36 free throws attempted. I know they had talked about all of our free throws last year, and this year we're at home and it happened. So, I don't know if I've seen a foul of 0.5 seconds either, but it is what it is. Alabama deserved to win. They went through that stretch that was way too much for us to overcome based on our lack of shooting and our lack of stretching the floor out. We take 10 3 balls attempted to their 20, so they took twice as many threes as us, and we only go to the line 23 times. So I don't know how that's – I don't understand that. If we were taking a lot of three-point shots, I would understand it. But we got to take better care of the ball, too. I mean, we didn't shoot the ball well, and we had 15 turnovers and gave up 9 threes. So you add those factors in, and you're not going to win many basketball games. And it's hard to win right now when you're not making threes, which, I don't know if we will. And then our free throw percentage has got to improve as well.
You had a couple of turnovers in that stretch when they hit all those threes, too. That just obviously added to the –
Yeah, I think that their threes tomorrow – from an effort standpoint and playing hard, that's a really good rebounding team. As a coach, the first thing you want is your team playing hard? And I do think this team is playing hard. But we're offensively challenged. And that's a fact. That's not an opinion. And there'd be a lot of other teams offensively challenged too if 2 players that you built your roster around aren't here. We're not, but nobody cares. And there's other injuries throughout athletics in all different sports and professional ranks and college ranks. And right now, we're still trying to figure out who we are. We changed the starting lineup tonight. I thought it worked out great for us in the second half. We changed the starting lineup in the second half. I thought it worked well the first segment. And then, like you said, Bob, they hit those threes, and if we're not going to match them threes and we're not going to get to the foul line, then you're gonna see what happened tonight.
Jalen Graham obviously had probably his best game of the year so far. Just what did you think of him, and what was different for him about this game?
Well, he played really good offensively. He gave up the 3 in the right corner to Clowney, which was, I thought, changed the complexion of the game. I think that was when we were maybe a possession away. Offensively, I thought Jalen was awesome. I thought that he took good shots. He's a good passer. You saw his ball handling. We just got to continue to work defensively because that Clowney 3, we were switching pick and rolls, and so there was no reason to really help. But that's one play, and certainly Jalen was a huge bright spot for us offensively.
Touched on this a little bit, but you went with the bigger lineup and started Mikal. Just what did you think of his night, and how did you think that particular move worked out for you? Yeah,
I thought it worked out well. They have a really big front line. And so that was a little bit of the reason. What we'll do at Vanderbilt, I have no idea right now. There's a lot of stuff that I'm still, trying to solve and search. If there's something there to try to figure out, we're trying.
Coach, 9 turnovers tonight between Anthony Black and Ricky Council. I'm sure that's probably too many for your backcourt. Did you see a common theme there, and how do they get those trimmed down moving forward?
Work on ball handling drills. We're in the middle of the season, so I mean, obviously, 9 turnovers between the two, and you're at home, and then we got to go on the road, and I mean, we still got to go at Alabama. I mean, we just played in front of 20,000 people here, so how we claw out of this is we have a much more uphill battle than we did the last 2 years. I know that for sure.
And then
Much more uphill battle. There's no doubt about it.
and tonight against an Alabama team that likes to play fast and get up and down the floor, the turnovers that were live ball seemed to prove pretty costly tonight.
Yeah, I mean, again, halftime, tied. Some of the stuff that happened, free throws attempted at one point in the game, and then they got hot. That's really what, that's what happened in the game. Again, never seen a team take 23s and they're on the road and go to the line 36 times. That's part of the outcome. But their star player stepped up, and he took the game over. And he rose over us and shot the ball from 3. And then you look at what Sears did from the foul line, going 10 of 10. And then you look at we only made 15 free throws, and their point guard made 10. So.
You mentioned Miller hit those 2 threes, but in the first half he didn't take a shot. What did you think of the job Devo was doing on him?
Yeah, first half was incredible. Absolutely as good as you could play a guy. And then in the second half, not so good. We went under, like I said, back-to-back dribble handoffs. We didn't go under one time in the first half. And I thought Miller came out with a different mindset. Maybe he didn't know we were going to guard him with a smaller player. I don't know, but he was able to adjust his game or his mindset, or Coach Oates called some. I don't know, but he came out and was a different basketball player for sure. And we didn't execute the game plan like we were supposed to in the second half. I mean, we never went under one DHO handoff in the first half. Not one. We went over every single one of them.
I think there were 28 combined fouls and 37 FTAs in the first half. How tough is that to maybe get into a flow of things whenever that kind of thing happens?
Well, there was no flow in the first, and then when the outcome was like that at halftime, we talked about continuing. We went to the foul line 5 times in the second half, in a really physical game. So, but it's been that way since the league started. So we got to try to play through it.
Eric, did you see any change in your team's 3-point defense from first half to second half, or is it you credit Alabama?
Yeah, I mean, I just mentioned, Scotty, we went under 2 DHOs, so I don't know how many they made. I think what did they make, 6? 7, yeah. So if they go 7 of 10, Miller probably made what, 3 of them, 4 of them. He's 6 of 7 in the second half. So, I mean, I know we went under at least 2 dribble handoffs, and our bigs didn't do a good enough job tracking with their high hands. I mean, look, he's a lottery pick. Like he's an incredible basketball player, especially offensively. And look at his numbers. I mean, 2 of 2 from 3, 6 of 7 from the foul line, 14 points, all in the second half.
Unless you guys had the turnover battles going your way at the end of non-conference, I think 3 straight games, plus 62 and points off. It's gone almost completely opposite in SEC play every game. And I know you've talked a little bit about turnovers. What's different then? I know the level of competition's gone up game in game, but what's really changed to change that narrative?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, Kevin, I'm extremely disappointed in our lack of steals. But I haven't changed the game plan or the scheme. You get into conference play, and I do think people take better care of the basketball. Like I said, we can talk about the last 2 years. We are in a completely and utterly different state, and in a way more uphill battle than we've been since I've been here, to be quite honest.
Also, the game plan to limit threes, your guys driving deep, getting some good dishes for close range shots. What did you think about?
Well, we got to
part
get close range shots, but sorry to interrupt.
No, that's okay. But what did you think about some of the creativity or timing as guys came open to finish.
Yeah, I
around the
thought we
basket.
made some good. I mean, we had 9 assists. We probably need more than that. But if you're not making shots, it's kind of hard to have a lot of assists. But I do think we made some really good dump-off passes around the rim when they came over. And that was part of some of the things we talked about. They have 2 great shot blockers in 15, Clowney, and 14 it does a really good job blocking shots. And I thought we did a good job of attacking his body and getting him in some foul trouble.
Obviously a coaching track record of turning things around. When you say it's a bit bigger uphill than last year's, is it because of the injuries, or why is it a bigger uphill?
Yeah, I mean, I
battle?
think we've had injuries in the past, and Smith got back right away. I think he missed 5 games, and meaning Justin, and Isaiah missed a stretch, and we struggled when both those guys were out, and so. But I thought when Isaiah came back, we changed things quickly, and certainly Justin's first game back, we struggled at Alabama, but I thought we were able to gain some momentum. Just the scoring and the shooting numbers. I mean, we're missing, and I want to be perfectly clear. There's no excuse. Like again, I've been around the game way too long that injuries are part of the game. But we're missing 2 guys that we've had projected to play right around, 60 minutes for us. And so we've got to keep searching and try to figure it out.
BetOnline remains your number 1 source for all your sports betting this season. Everything from the NFL and bowl season to esports. You'll find the latest odds, team matchup info, player news, and game trends at BetOnline. BetOnline features live betting, free contests, and live scores for almost any sport or game imaginable. We're the fastest and easiest way to bet on all your favorite leagues and events. Head to betonline.ag to join and receive a 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Make sure to use the promo code BELIEVE to receive your rewards. That's BLEAV. BetOnline, where the game starts.